and welcome to the Astro forecast for the week of April 26th to May 2nd. Oh my goodness, we're already moving into May. So this Monday, if you're watching it, maybe around the first of the week, we have a super full moon in Scorpio. Ooh, that's intense. Scorpio in itself is a very intense sign. It's a fixed water sign. So the moon is in Scorpio, which means the sun has to be in its opposite sign because it's a full moon, which is in Taurus. So this axis is really about my things and your things. It can also be very passionate. And so with this, the moon in this intense water sign, it's a fixed water sign, which means that it is intense, deep emotions. It is also the house that it normally rules the eighth house, which is about healing and, bringing up the shadow, seeing things for what they are. It also rules other people's money. Hello, right? We are in tax season now. What do you owe? Are you being responsible with other people's money, which is taxes, debt, and loans? So we can really see at this full moon, there's a number of aspects that are making this quite intense, but also really helpful. Full moons are a release. It is where we kind of can release. Now, this is a super full moon as well. So not only is it intense in Scorpio, but it's also super. And what makes it super is that the moon is in its closest orbit to the Earth at the time of this full moon. So the moon doesn't just rotate around the Earth in this sort of fixed equator. It actually kind of swings out into space and swings closer to the Earth. So when it swings closest to the Earth, it looks like it's bigger in the sky. It'll actually look up to 30% bigger, brighter than a regular full moon would. And when it's that close to the Earth, holy moly, is it intense, because the moon has a gravitational field that affects the waters of this Earth. So you think about that. That's going to be high tide at the places where the moon is going to be at its fullest or at its closest. And we're going to feel it as water beings made of mostly water. It's going to feel like a very intense time. So a few factors coming into this. There's a square to Saturn at this time, and Saturn is about scarcity, fear, responsibility, duty, and it's in Aquarius. So with that square to the sun that is in Taurus, it's about the Earth, and are we being a good citizen of the Earth? Now that has already been in play for the last week, especially during Earth Day last week. And so coming into this week, this is going to really be, are we being good citizens? Are we being responsible? And are we bringing our gifts and talents, Taurus? Are we embodying them, releasing full moon? What's holding us back, the shadow, Scorpio, and are we taking the steps towards embodying our gifts and talents in this world at this time, which is that square to Saturn. So embodying your uniqueness, are you using your special gifts and talents to serve at this time? There's also this square. Venus and Mercury are also traveling together during this full moon. And so what that means is what we love and value and our voice have a connection, have a very close, they work as a team. And so what this means is you can have some very eloquent speech. You can have a lot of sort of, not intuition, this is more about creativity. Maybe this is a great time for singing or doing something artistic, writing. It's a great period of time to write, to be inspired to write. But there's a square to Saturn here. So this is like, do you feel like what you are embodying, what you value, Venus, what we really value, are we speaking our truth in a way that is being responsible to the collective? So we've seen a lot of rhetoric over the last few weeks about pro this and anti that and this and that and whatever you believe. This is not the place to hash that out. I'm really neutral on, you get to believe what you want to believe and do what's right for you. I really want you to feel empowered to be able to do the right things for you and not feel threatened by that, whatever that may be. But just do whatever you do with love. Right. I really feel like that. I really want to embody love. I know I am love incarnate. And so this is going to say, have you been doing things in love? Have you been responsible and true to who you feel? Because Saturn is in Aquarius. Aquarius is about elevating humanity and consciousness. So, are you embodying what you love and value and using that to elevate, consciousness and the community and humanity? And are you helping the earth in doing that with the sun in Taurus? And then we have this wonderful aspect of the moon trine to Mars. And so what that means is the moon and Mars are working together, like their efforts are joining in such a beautiful, harmonious way. And this is like, we are feeling motivated, we are persevering, we have strength to overcome the unexpected challenges that are going to come up in this. Now, the one big super whammy in all of this super full moon in Scorpio is Uranus. Now, Uranus is the great awakener. He is chaos, but he is chaos for change. And I always like to kind of, if you've been watching me for a while, you'll know it's like the life raft that you've been holding on to because you're scared. Uranus comes and takes that life raft and throws it over the cliff. And you're like, I got to figure this out now, or you're kind of your blankie that you've been holding on to, your safety blanket. And Uranus is going to take that and set it on fire and go, no, you don't get that anymore. You get to go and do what you're supposed to be doing and don't be scared. And it'll throw you out of the nest. So what I know that sounds a little dramatic, but what I'll say to that is Uranus is working with the sun during this full moon. So it's sitting opposite the moon together with the sun, and it is revolutionizing. It is bringing up unexpected experiences. It is bringing healing in ways that is going to be confronting your shadow in experiences that you're having. So this can be extremely triggering. But the trigger is always a flag that something is unhealed here. A trigger is always a wound here. I read something on social media this week, and I would love to give credit where credit due, but I can't remember right now where I read it. And it was complaining is a source of an unmet need. So whatever you complain about is actually a need that is not being met for you. Think about that. So that is really important. Whatever you complain about there's a root need there that's not being met that you need to get into. And that's what this Uranus is going to be doing during this super full moon in Scorpio. So hang tight. Monday's going to be intense. And it's not just Monday, it's leading up to it. Sunday, Monday, and then some of these aspects, with the Uranus and the sun coming together, that's going to be together for some time because their sun only moves 1 degree per day. And so we have usually a 3 to 5 degree orb. I'd say 3 for this 3 degrees. So 3 degrees on either side. So think about that as like 6 days that Uranus and the sun are going to be traveling together. And the sun is our vitality. It's our egoic feeling about who we are. So as a collective, Uranus is going, who do you think you really are? Let's test that. Let's see who you are going to be when I throw this crisis at you, when I throw this crisis, when I take your internet away, when somebody yells at you, when a troll comes at you on the internet about something that you're like, what is going on right now? Who are you being? And he just sits back. So, he enacts change. Not the kind of change that we humans really like, because we want slow change. We want to be the responsible one and make change for ourselves. And the fact of the matter is pain is the biggest change maker. And can we do it without that? So if you're already doing the work and you're enacting change and you're working at your triggers and your wounds, then Uranus will be nice. He won't be so hard on you. But if you've been avoiding and you're like, no, I don't want to see, and everybody else's fault, Uranus is going to come. And it's going to be intense. So we already got a lot going on there. Tuesday, the 27th, Pluto is going to go retrograde. Now, Pluto is about the shadow. And when I say shadow, I'm not sure always people understand what I mean by shadow. It is the parts of you that you don't want to see, or it's the parts of you that you don't show to everyone. So maybe it's your trauma. Maybe it's the things that you're ashamed of. Maybe there are things that you're guilty about. Maybe it's all the things you should yourself about. The should of shame. And I'm going to give credit to that one to one of my lovely clients, Kim Nigo, NGO. Kim, she said that one, the should of shame. So that's going to be Pluto. Now, Pluto is very subtle. So although it goes retrograde on Tuesday, it's been sitting at the same degree for quite some time. It's a very slow moving planet. It's the outermost planet. And I know some people say it's not a planet. It's actually a moon, whatever. We consider it a planet in astrology, in modern astrology, I'll say. So Pluto's going to be retrograde from April 27th to October 6th, and it's going to be helping us to really look at the shadow for opportunities for healing. Now, it's a long time, it's slow, it's very subtle. I don't know if you'll really notice it on Tuesday going in direct or stationary retrograde, but what's happening here that I notice on the same day is a lot of challenges to the moon. Now, the moon's going around the zodiac. It's going around the sun and, going around the earth and going through the zodiac, 2.5 days in each sign. So it comes to this position once a month. And because of the way that the planets are sitting right now, it's a super sensitive day. So this is what I'll say to sum up all of these. It's a very sensitive day where you will be triggered, and all the triggers are going to lead you back to a wound that is left unhealed. So Tuesday is sensitive day. Okay. So just take a deep breath, take on some patience, and this will be a great day to journal all the triggers that you're going to come up on this day, because it's going to happen. Wednesday, nothing really going on. Thursday, we have Mercury sextile to Neptune. Now, this is a really beautiful aspect for relationships, taking on compassion and spiritual nature, relaxation, creativity, communication, spiritual pursuits. It's really soothing and healing day. Your insights, your words, just take on this very, very sweet undertone to it. Neptune is our intuition. It is connection with the divine. It's devotion. It's one love. And so our Mercury, which is our communication, our thinking, our thought patterns, you might even become more compassionate on this day, or you might be able to see different viewpoints on this day. Especially if you've been doing the healing, you might be like, oh, I see where that is. I mean, I had that. I actually went back and deleted a couple posts. I was like, oh, I see how that was kind of harsh, and I'm going to take that down because it's not who I really want to embody. And you're allowed to make those choices. You're allowed to have, that realization and learn from your actions and go back and delete. It's okay. It's okay to do that. All right, Friday, April 30th, the sun is going to again sit sort of more exact with Uranus. So this on its most positive is excitement, freedom, breaking free from routine, opening up to higher vibrations. This is not a day, I'm going to say this quite plainly, to follow a routine. It's not a day to conform and sit in a box. Uranus does not like that. So coming next to your sun, you're going to feel restless. You're going to feel like, F this crap. I don't want boundaries. I don't want restrictions. And I think we're seeing that in the collective, where more and more, where the government is trying to put in more and more restrictions, as if we were at the beginning of this pandemic. But there's so many people that are in fatigue of this pandemic that they're just like, I've had enough. And, there's this frame of mind of like, if we can just do this and get through this, we'll have the least amount of loss of life. And there are others that are like, screw this. The science doesn't make sense to me, and I'm not interested in any of this stuff. And I want to just do the things that I used to want to do. And I think we all on a collective level can agree we all want to do the things we want to do. We all do. And so this Uranus coming here this week is really testing, do you want to conform or do you want to break free? Do you want to be responsible or do you want to do your thing? Or do you want to do your thing and feel responsible doing it? I mean, it's like, I'm not putting any, I'm not trying to put any kind of spin on it at all. It's really what feels good to you. But Uranus is going to come up here and kind of test boundaries, test restrictions, and you're going to sort of see, where do you sit in this? So on the positive side, like I said, excitement, freedom, great psychic downloads. And on the negative or more, challenging side, it can be nervous tension, restlessness, upsetting disruptions, unnecessary risks, against authority, or rebelling against authority, avoid confrontations on this day. So what I'll say, because if you're going to find there's abrupt energy, blow ups, people being very much in their story on this day. It's not a day where people are going to be like, oh, I see your point. No, that day has gone. That ship sailed the day before. This whole week there's going to feel like I just want to be free. I just want to be free. And there's a piece of me that feels like I miss traveling. I miss going on holidays. I miss seeing things. So to be neutral, know that there's going to be unexpected changes this week. It's unpredictable. Don't try to keep to a daily routine if you can't, if you're trying to and things are happening, don't. And it's rebellion. So really be aware of that. There might be a lot in the news about this too. So stay open-minded, stay curious on these days, and do not be in judgment of yourself or others. Just be in observation mode and neutrality. Of course, if you see injustice, of course, if you see something that needs to be reported or whatever, do that thing. This is not about being back in passivity. This is just about really noticing what is justice versus what is your projection of your pains out into the world, kind of thing. And do those things intersect? They do. And it's complicated. And I don't know all of that. I don't want to claim that I know how to navigate that properly. I'm just saying be an observer to your own emotions within you, because the only thing you truly can affect is here first and then out into the world. So, be an advocate for social change for sure, but know where it comes from in you and embody your values as you do it. That's what I'll say to that. All right. And then Saturday is kind of, we're still dealing with this Sun and Uranus, but Sunday, we're going to have, it's Orthodox Easter. So a happy Easter to all those who celebrate on this day. And we have some really wonderful aspects this day. This is going to be a really great day, but it can be an intense day. So Mercury is trining Neptune. So Mercury is our mind, our communication, and sorry, not Neptune, Pluto, excuse me. And Pluto is about transformation, death, rebirth. It is intensity. It is passion. So when we have these two planets working together in a trine, it's a very lovely aspect, but it can also be very intense. So on the positive, this is a great day to investigate mysteries, to get to the bottom of things, research. This is great for introspection, therapy, really great for getting into deep roots of our problems, why we keep thinking the way we think. This is going to give us great writing ability. You can really stay the course here now with your projects or with goal setting. This is a great day as well for negotiating and debating. So if you're like haggling on the price of a car or the price of a house, this is a great negotiating day, Sunday. Okay. So spread the word. This is a good day. A brain is powerful and penetrating and you can have revolutionary ideas and thinking. So this is a great day for that, for the thinking piece. Now, the other aspect on this day that makes it so beautiful is Venus sextile Neptune. So Neptune again is devotion, one love. It is connection to spirit. It is connection to each other. And Venus is what we love and value: relationships, music, beauty, money. So to have these two aspects really working, these planets working together, this can be great intuition, valuable insights in dreams, because Neptune rules dream world. So you might have some profound dreams today. It can also be groups of friends are really important, because relationships, you're just having these soul connections on this day. So a great day to kind of get together with people, obviously COVIDly. And this is also a great day to go on a date. This is sensual and sexual and great connection through intimacy, through, if you're having sex, this is going to be intimate sex. This is not hardcore, hot, sweaty. This is like connection. And it's also very creative as well. And it's a good time to decorate your home or even like decorate yourself, buy some clothes or, go shopping for yourself. This would be a good day for that. So some really good days. And then there's a lot of moon aspects on that day that are quite favorable, although there is an intense aspect to the moon with Pluto sitting there too. So, again, your emotions can be really intense on this day. So let's say you're out on a date, you might feel this instant attraction and it's deep and intense. So almost think of your emotions like heightened on this day, but it can be in a positive way if that's where you put your focus in your day. All right. I hope that serves you and gives you so much kind of planning help for the week. If you use the flow of the energy to your best and highest, you'll have a better week. I know on days that are more challenging, I kind of go, okay. So even on these Uranus days, which is going to be, if you think about it, Tuesday, Wednesday, I mean, it's really coming back. It's the whole week. There is technical issues. Uranus rules the internet. It's electricity too. So we could have some erratic internet issues, tech issues, phone issues, that kind of thing. Things were like waves that go through the air. They were like, oh, it's like magic. That is Uranian. So think about that. This week is going to be pretty intense too. So, take it with a grain of salt and have some patience and call in your tech guides to come and help you with the week. So, wishing you a wonderful week ahead. Thank you for being here and all your support. Please comment below so I can thank you for watching. I appreciate you so much. Have the best week. Bye.